Hello, I'm Emmanuel Bach. I'm back with the 2-minute masterclass, and today it's Tchaikovsky Concerto, third movement. When playing the third movement, I think it's really essential to try and grasp the core of the work, and that means understanding the musical character, having a very strong technical awareness, and of course thinking, certainly in the very early stages, about practice methods. And what's fantastic about this movement is that we're thrown straight into the action right from the start. After the suspense at the ending of the second movement, we have a huge orchestral tutti as an introduction, and then the violin has this huge, mini cadenza, which has a gypsy flavour to it, which comes from this semitone. And the semitone goes both above and then below the main note. And that semitone also connects us with the first movement. So there's a huge amount going on musically right from the start and happening very quickly. And it's these lightning changes of action and of musical content that we need to be aware of, because straight after that cadenza we have a total change to music of ballet-like elegance and huge energy. And there we need to be thinking of clarity. And to get that, we need to really work very meticulously and very slowly, really trying to feel every single note in our muscles, in the right arm and fingers and hand, and in the left hand and fingers. And we can work like this. So that we really start embedding the dynamics, and I think we must almost slightly exaggerate the dynamics in slow practice so that we really feel them when we come to play in tempo, and certainly with an orchestra. Later on we have music of completely different character again, and that music is introduced by a drone. It's the music of the peasants here. And there, I think it's a peasant who is singing from the bottom of his heart. And after the orchestral introduction with the drone, we have this peasant song. And then he starts trying to be charming. And it doesn't quite work, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Because the peasant is slightly tipsy, if not possibly a little bit drunk, I think. And then it breaks into a dance with all the peasants here. And there we need to be very energetic, even though it's actually not some of the loudest passages in the entire concerto. We need to be able to still project with the sound, so working really slowly and meticulously again will help with that. Later on we have music which requires a different quality of spiccato, slightly different quality of spiccato to the main theme, and that's here. And we need to have an almost crystalline-like, bell-like clarity to the spiccato. And again, we can achieve that by working slowly like this. also working détaché in the early stages, certainly. There are other passages which we really need to work on slowly and legato, and I'm in particular thinking of here. And we can work on that slowly like this. And then faster. And eventually increasing in the dynamics with the build-up into this passage. Which takes us into the next peasant section. And there, of course, we have a passage in octaves. So we've got the same peasant theme which we had before, just in a different key. And I think we need to feel the kind of openness of that results from it being in G major and using the open G string. And I think there's a wonderful openness that comes to that particular sonority as a kind of warmth and natural richness. Just towards the end, of course, we need to ensure that we've kept enough energy for the final throws of the piece, which again, it results very positively from practicing slowly and legato, in particular this passage. And ensuring that we have enough energy for the final throw of action and end with real pizzazz and huge energy after this wonderful dialogue of character and contrasts with the orchestra. That's all for today.